Good morning. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Jess. I'm a makeup artist in Toronto, Ontario. If you like this video, please subscribe and don't forget to give it a thumbs up before you go. That's gonna help more people to see it too. Okay, let's get started. The last time that I was working, I noticed that my kit was just feeling like it was in need of a little bit of a refresh. I'm feeling low on a few products that I need to pick up, and things are feeling a little dusty, a little crusty. So I wanna go ahead and go through everything, give it a deep clean, and make a little list of everything that I need to pick up for the upcoming bridal season. I usually do a big shop every year and kind of restock on everything that I need, and I haven't done that this year yet, so that's what we're gonna do today. After I make my list, I'm gonna go ahead and order everything. I may potentially need to go in store to pick up a few things. I know the last time I was trying to order off one of the websites that I like to order from, my discount wasn't working, so I may need to address that, but we'll see what happens when we get there. My kit is still pretty much set up the way that it was last year, so if you want to see a tour of my kit, I have a video here that'll show you everything that I have inside. Okay, let's get going. Okay, so let's start with this guy right here. This has most of my liquids inside. I know for sure right off the bat I'm gonna order a full size of this one size On Till Dawn mattifying waterproof setting spray. I've been really happy with that. I had just bought the travel size to try it out, and I tested it on myself, and then I used it on a few different clients, and so far so great. So this has a few uses left in it, but I'm just gonna go ahead and order the full size version. I do also need some isopropyl alcohol. In 2020, I bought a bunch of giant bottles of this, and so I haven't had to buy it for literally years, but it's finally running out. This is also the last of my micellar water. I just depotted into this old makeup remover container. But yeah, I'm gonna need some more of that soon too. I'm also almost completely out of Cinema Secrets, which is a urgent need. Everything else in here is looking pretty good, except for in this side pocket right here, I keep little containers to give brides lip touch-ups, so I need to refill that, but I have those already. This is my container of backstock, so I have backups of things that I purchase in bulk in here. For example, setting spray, foundations, mascaras, etc. And then on the bottom layer, it splits into two layers. I've got like mascara wands, more setting spray, some like extra sponges, and then these little jars that I ordered. Put lipsticks in for my brides to be able to touch up with, and then I give them one of these little lip wands as well. I'm gonna throw a few of these in here, and then I'll keep this all out here for restocking when we get to the actual makeup part of this video. I'll try to link a lot of the things that I talk about in the description box down below, all of my bags and the actual like products and stuff that I'm talking about, in case you guys are interested in picking anything up. This is one of my favorite purchases that I've made. This is from Bridal, and it's just so convenient to have everything in here already standing up, because when I get to my job, I literally just set this down, open it up, and then I'm good to go. I don't have to be like pulling everything out and setting it up on my surface. It's just already here, contained, ready to go. So yeah, I've been loving this. This is the main bulk of my kit. This is also from Bridal. This is not my favorite thing that I've ever bought for myself, but that's due to my own mistake, honestly. I bought this one that has the capability to be turned into a backpack. You can see the strap here. I was planning on using this as a backpack when I first bought it, but it didn't end up working out that way, and so now I just have this big bulky bottom to my kit that I feel like is probably adding a lot of weight, and it doesn't sit perfectly on every surface. I just don't love that I bought that for myself, but obviously it works perfectly fine. Okay, so inside here is the bulk of all of my makeup. And I feel like everything needs to be taken out and cleaned and then put back in. A lot of these dividers are lifting, and I think it's because products are rolling underneath and like pushing them up. So yeah, I'm just gonna start taking everything out. As I do that, I'm gonna make a list of things that I feel like I need to purchase. And then once everything's out, we'll give it a little bit of a clean. So when my pencils start to get really short, they start to disappear down into these pockets and I can't see them and find them when I'm working. So I took some paper towel and stuffed it in there to create little ledges for them to sit on top of. But I feel like these are getting a little bit squished, so I'm gonna redo them, or maybe even just flipping it around would help. Yeah, I feel like that helps. Anyways, I'm just gonna kind of re-fidget with them to make it so that these have a little ledge and I can see the shorter pencils as I'm working. So I pulled out 3 brow pencils that are completely empty that I've been carrying around forever, and then 2 lip liners that are done for that need replacing. So these will all go into my empties and we can talk about them at the end of the year when I go through my kit empties for the year. If you're interested in seeing some of those videos, I have them from the past couple of years, so I'll link it across the top and in the description box down below. They're really fun. You get to see all of the products that I used up throughout the year from my makeup kit, and I give little reviews and whether or not I would repurchase them. Okay, so in this section I have all of my lip glosses and liquid lipsticks. I'm just gonna leave everything as is in here because it's working perfectly fine for me and it doesn't need any type of cleaning or anything in there. Here along the top I have my palettes. So I'm definitely gonna go through and give these all a clean. And yeah, like there's just random Q-tips in the bottom of here. So it looks like only one of my lipsticks needs refilling, which is this one on the corner here. It's called Stoned Rose from Charlotte Tilbury. So I'll go through my backstock and see if I have one in there. I feel like I might, and then if not, I will reorder it. This little one feels like maybe I glued it into the actual packaging itself, so I'm just gonna leave that in there. It's fine. I almost never use any of these shadows on the top here. They're mostly like dark grays, blues, purples, things that people don't usually ask for. But since I have them, I'll just leave them in here, just in case. You never know who you're gonna get in your chair. In the next compartment here, I have concealers, so we're just gonna leave those. In this little skinny one on the corner here, I have my light for taking pictures and a random pair of lashes that don't need to be in there, so I'll pull those out and put them with my lashes. Next up here, I have my Light Wonder foundations. Oh, I can see this bag is rechargeable. I don't know, you can charge your phone in it or something. I don't really know, but it has this cord, and I can see that this cord has tucked underneath all of the compartments here, and that's actually what's lifting up the dividers. So let me just pull that out and then retuck it so that I can push these back down. Perfect. So then in these next 2 sections, I have my eyeshadow palettes and then my blushes and bronzers and primers and face powders and everything that's in a compact. So I'm gonna actually pull everything out of here and just go through it and make sure I wanna keep everything that's in here actually in here. Might as well clean in here as well. of my Charlotte Tilbury quads. I am gonna start moving away from these. I bought a few bigger eyeshadow palettes over the last year that I'm gonna eventually switch over to. I feel like they would just take up less space in my kit, but I do want to use up the majority of these palettes before I replace them. But some of them I literally never use. For example, this one is called the Rock Chick, and it's like really dark, smoky grays, and I just never use this. Nobody ever wants a look like this. So I'm just setting that aside for now, and I'll decide in a little bit. This is probably my most used, or one of my 2 most used palettes. This is Exaggerize by Charlotte Tilbury. I'm running out of the top 2 shades here. So once I use those up, then I can get rid of this one, because one of the palettes that I'm going to be replacing these quads with is the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes and the Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eyes, and there are definitely replicable shades of this one in those 2 palettes. So just finishing using this up before I get rid of it. This one is Uptown Girl, so this is more smoky grays from Charlotte Tilbury, but they're not as deep and dark as the Rock Chick ones. So if I'm gonna keep any kind of dark smoky shadows, it's definitely gonna be the lighter ones. My clients just really like natural makeup. Nobody ever wants anything dark and gray. Running low on a lot of the shadows in here. So this is Dolce Vita, just trying to use that up as well. This is Golden Goddess. It's probably in a tie with Pillow Talk and Exaggerize for my most used Charlotte Tilbury quads. If you're looking for something to add to your kit, you can see we're running low on these shadows here as well. And then the Rebel Bright Greens, which nobody ever really asks for, but I have had people request them before, so it comes in handy for those little one-offs. Maybe once a year I use this palette. And then this is my little Naked Basics. You can see how much of this one I've used. I'm completely out of this shade, and then the rest of these are running low. I use these on almost everyone, and I use the black all the time as well for smudging on liner. So this is an amazing palette. Definitely one that I would recommend for anybody who's building their kit, or if you're looking for some nice neutrals. All right, so I added this Stila One Step Correct Brightening and Skin Evening Primer to my kit last year, and I've used quite a bit of it. I really love it. I don't think I need to buy a new one just yet, but you can see how much I've used. I really like it. I have another primer. This is the Clé de Peau Correcting Cream Veil. I've had this in my personal makeup collection for probably about a year because I really love it. It's really brightening and it corrects texture really, really nicely, but I never use it on myself. I never remember to reach for it, and it's so rare that I actually put on foundation. So I'm gonna actually move this into my makeup kit because this is a really expensive, beautiful primer, and it's just being wasted in my own collection. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this to my kit. So I'm gonna tuck that in there with the Stila one. Actually, will this close with that in there? Maybe it's too tall. I'll have to put it in here. Okay, so then I have these 2 little bronzers that I'm gonna move in there as well. And then the next one over is the rest of my compacts, so all of my blushes and powders. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same thing, just give everything a little clean. Decide whether or not I wanna keep it in here for this season. And then these final 2 compartments over here have a bunch of random things. In the first one here, I keep everything that I use to apply lashes. So I've got my lash curler, some scissors, There's literally like 100 lash chunks all over everything at all times. Scissors, tweezers, more lash chunks, and glue. So I'll just toss that all in there. And then in this one, I keep all of my little like pots of things. So I know for sure I want to take a couple of these out. I bought these Charlotte Tilbury matte Eyes to Mesmerize because I'm absolutely in love with the original Eyes to Mesmerize. These are really creamy. They give a really nice kind of sparkle. They work so nice as bases. And she came out with matte versions, which I was so excited about, but guys, they unfortunately suck. They're way too matte. They're impossible to blend. Once you get them on the eye, like, you just can't blend them out. At first I thought it would be okay because they were so matte, they would be so long wearing, and so that would work really nicely as a base, but they're just literally impossible to work with. So I have this one in the color Flawless Beige, and then this one in Chocolate Veil. I hardly used either of them, but I'm gonna take them out because, yeah, I get tempted to use them because they're in there and I want them to work, and then I just struggle. I struggle once I get them on someone's eye. So I'm gonna take these out and add them to my empties, unfortunately. Got my gel liners and the rest of my Eyes to Mesmerize. And the e.l.f. Brow Lift, which I actually kind of forgot was in here, so I'm glad I did this so that I can use this more. I've got this little single shadow from NARS that's so pretty and reflective. And then my Fairlight Becca under eye corrector. I also have my little pencil sharpener here, which I keep in this front compartment with the rest of my tools. And then I've got these 3 little Rare Beauty blushes that I just added to my kit after the most recent Sephora sale, and I haven't found a permanent home for them yet. I think I'll just tuck them right here for now. And yeah, I'm gonna take this palette, this Rock Check palette, out of my kit because I never use it. Oh, I forgot about these, my eye primers. Okay, that's what normally goes in here. So then these ones can go here. Perfect. Let me give you a little overview. Here's how we're looking. Everything in its place. Nice and clean. Okay, I just took a little lunch break, but we're back. I have my little list of things that I need to purchase for my kit, and before I do that, I'm just gonna go through here and make sure I don't already have some of the things that I need. So I was right, I do have Stoned Rose in here, so I'll just depot this into here real quick. And that was the last of this, so this will go into the empties. Okay, let's do some shopping. The first thing I'm gonna do is go to Charlotte Tilbury and order a few new lip liners. I really am short on lip liners. Does anyone else find her website so laggy? It's always been this way. She's got this new Pillow Talk Fair, which I think I'm gonna get. You've convinced me, Charlotte. And then I also need the Pillow Talk Original. God, they're $32. When I was working for Charlotte Tilbury, the lip liners were $27. They've gone up $5. I'm also gonna pick up Kiss and Tell, which is a nice bright red. And then usually for a pink, I go with Pink Venus. I quite love this lip liner, but I just bought that Pillow Talk Light, which I think might be a good substitute for this, and maybe I don't need both. She has some new colors on here that I haven't seen before, like this one, Icon Baby, and then this one, the Queen. Yeah, I think I'll skip Pink Venus and try out the Pillow Talk Fair. The Pillow Talk Fair is cool toned and Pink Venus is warm toned, but I think with lip liner, people actually prefer more cool toned, so I'm gonna try that one and see how it goes. I might end up picking up Pink Venus if I feel like I'm missing it, but let's just stick with those for now. All right, friends, let's move over to Sephora. From here, I'm gonna grab the One Size setting spray, the full size, and then just something that I want for myself, a new nighttime moisturizer. So I don't even want to say this out loud, you guys, because I literally just finished a month's worth of antibiotics in March, but I feel like my perioral dermatitis is coming back. I've got this little like cluster of texture near my lip, and I just have this feeling that it's back, and I cannot go on antibiotics for another month. I don't want to have to go back on it like every 3 months. So the first time I was dealing with it, someone had recommended to me the Skin Fix line of skincare. It's supposed to be beneficial if you have a damaged skin barrier, which can be one of the causes of perioral dermatitis. So I'm gonna purchase this skin barrier cream. Next up, I'm gonna hop on over to Amazon. I think I'm gonna get this pack of 2, 70% isopropyl for $11.50. Steal of a deal. I'm also gonna order my micellar water from here. I quite like the Garnier in the pink bottle. Bioderma is nice too, but it's like double the price, so I always just go with the Garnier. I like the pink one because it doesn't have oil in it. Sometimes if I buy the other colors because they're on sale, they're kind of oily, and I don't love that. I just want pure micellar water. I don't want that extra oils. So I'm gonna add one of these. What size is this? I wonder if it comes in a bigger one. 400 ml. Okay, that's pretty big, I think. And then I do wanna grab a couple little bits of makeup from Amazon as well. So something that I've been wanting to add to my kit for a while is liquid lipsticks. I did buy a couple of them, but I didn't really like the formula of them. I got 2 from L'Oreal when I went to one of the L'Oreal sales where they do their big warehouse sales. They look like this. They're these colors, like a nice nudie brown and kind of one that's a little bit more pink. And then I have this one from Shu Uemura as well, which is kind of a pinky browny nude color. The Shu Uemura one is good quality. The L'Oreal ones, not very good. I just want to add a few little liquid lipsticks to my kit, and the ones that have been recommended to me the most are actually from Maybelline. I have majority high-end products in my kit, but if a drugstore product is going to do the job better than a high-end product, then that's what I'm going to get. So I want to pick up these Maybelline liquid lipsticks. I can't remember the name. They have a specific name. These ones, the Super Stay Vinyl Ink Longwear lipsticks. They're really, really popular, and I'm just gonna get a couple of shades. I'm gonna see how they work in my kit. I'm gonna see how my clients like them, and just kind of go from there. So far, I'm really liking the look of this one here, Charmed, and this one here, Captivated. This is a stunning color. I don't think my clients will like it though. This one too. Wow, so pretty. I kind of want that for myself. I don't mind a bright lip. And then the last thing that I need is Cinema Secrets. So I used to order this from Blur Makeup Room, which is a professional beauty supply store. But the last time that I tried to use this, I could not use my discount. So let me just try again. Yeah, okay, so I have a discount code. Let me try it. Enter a valid discount code, it says. Okay, so yes, I'm gonna email them, figure out if I can get my discount back, and then order myself some Cinema Secrets. Hopefully I can get that quickly. I'm gonna need that for this weekend for sure. So maybe, hopefully she gets back to me right away. But But yeah, that's it, you guys. That's gonna be the end of this video. This is cleaning and restocking my makeup kit for the 2024 bridal season. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. My contact information is in the description box down below if you're interested in getting in touch about a booking. Like I said at the beginning of the video, don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Give the video a thumbs up so that more people can see it too. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.